What if a game had no winner, no final boss, no level completion, no game over screen, just an ever-expanding world, a living narrative, and a growing community of people exploring it every single day? That's exactly what Julian Stone, an independent developer from Oregon, created with his project Infinite Quest, a text-based, interactive game with no end. And somehow this idea, a game that offers no resolution, became a six-figure subscription business. Julian wasn't new to games. He grew up playing text adventures like Zork and King's Quest, where imagination did most of the work. But modern games overwhelmed him. Too many graphics, too many upgrades, not enough story. He wondered, what if I created a game that never finishes? Because the story always continues. In 2021, he built the first version of Infinite Quest. It was incredibly simple. A basic browser interface, short passages of interactive text, a single button, choose. Each day, a new scene would unlock, not based on code or AI, but written by Julian himself. One new room, one new item, one new decision. Players paid $5 a month to subscribe. No ads, no downloads. Just the promise of a living world, and they loved it. At first, Julian had 23 subscribers, then 100, then 1,000. By the end of the first year, he had over 4,000 paid users. Revenue over $200,000. And here's the twist. He never marketed it. Players shared their stories online. Reddit threads formed. Fan-made wikis popped up. People tracked decisions, mapped timelines, built theories. What began as a solo writing project turned into a collaborative mystery. Some storylines were funny, others emotional, some terrifying. You might enter a forest where the trees whisper your childhood secrets, or a city built entirely on regrets, or a door that once opened never appears again. Julian didn't promise power-ups. He promised immersion, a place to return to, a reason to wonder what happens next. Unlike typical games where the point is to win, Infinite Quest was about continuity. You didn't beat the game, you grew with it. He added features slowly, a journal that remembers your choices, special quests on holidays, community polls where subscribers vote on narrative twists, but at its core it stayed low-tech, no graphics, just words and imagination. Why did it work? Because in a fast-paced world full of dopamine-hungry mobile games, Infinite Quest slowed people down. It wasn't a distraction, it was a ritual. A daily invitation to curiosity. So, what can we learn from Julian's success? 1. Depth greater than complexity. He didn't need explosions or multiplayer combat. He built something deep with just writing. 2. Less is more. One update a day. That limitation made people return, like a storybook you read one page at a time. 3. Subscription is about relationship. People weren't paying for a product. They were investing in a world, and in Julian. 4. Intimacy scales 4,000 subscribers isn't massive, but at $5 a month it's real money, with minimal costs. 5. Novelty is not everything. Consistency wins. Julian still writes every chapter himself, still responds to player messages, still adds new paths based on feedback. Because Infinite Quest was never about ending. It was about creating a space where imagination never had to stop.